Chapman Guitars is a collaboratively designed guitar company. Now basically what that means is before this ML2 guitar, the second range of guitars that they have, before this guitar existed, basically there was a huge series of votes, and the votes were in the thousands of people all around the world. Everyone came in to vote for what they wanted. Did they want a Telecaster? Did they want a Super Strat? What sort of guitar they wanted? Everyone wanted, or the majority of the votes went for a single cut guitar. Then once people knew it was a single cut guitar, what sort of, do you want string through? Do you want a tremolo? What sort of scale length neck do you want? What fingerboard? All the different woods were voted for, and so in the end it was what the people actually wanted, and this is the final deal. The interesting thing about Chapman Guitars is once all the votes are collected, a luthier in Britain hand builds a guitar, and this guitar is worth £3,000. It's a normal custom luthier job. That handmade guitar that was compiled of everyone's votes, that then goes to the factory in Korea. Then Korea have to work round the clock and match that custom hand-built job, okay? Once that's done, a prototype gets sent all the way back into England, and Rob has to double check everything with the luthier as well. Make sure it's exactly what the people asked for and it's exactly up to the standard. And if that prototype gets the winning tick or whatever, then they start production. So there's so much time and effort. It's not just like, okay, we have the blueprints of this guitar, can you build that? It's not like that at all. Everything gets built, starts off built by hand, then gets sent off to Korea, to the factory, and then a prototype makes it back to England. And only if it's been triple checked and Rob's played the hell out of it, only if it's really got his guarantee, then it will actually get made. So that's why that the quality is going to be so good, just because so much time and thought have been put in. I'm just going to quickly go through all the little things about the guitar, the different types of woods, the electronics used, everything like that. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the ML2 features a two-piece mahogany body. It's finished in a natural golden wax. It's got a maple neck with a C-type profile. The frets are jumbo. Fingerboard is ebony. The nut is a bone nut. The scale is 25-inch scale, and the pickups are Chapman's own designed ceramic pickups. Now with the electronics, you've got a three-way pickup switch. In the front select mode is the neck humbucker, middle is both the humbuckers together, and back is the bridge humbucker. Then you've got two volumes, one for each pickup and one master tone control. And the other important thing to remember with the Chapman Guitars ML2 is the body is string through, meaning the strings get threaded through the back of the guitar, and this just overall increases the sustain of the guitar. The tuners or machine heads, Grover tuners, 18:1 ratio. Accessories that you get with the guitar itself is an Allen key and a guitar lead. About one of the biggest things that got me hooked on wanting to get an ML2 is just the price. Like at £350, you're getting some great quality woods, humbuckers that can really dial in a wide range of tones, and there's really nothing in my area, in my sort of country in Australia, that for £350 that can match up in terms of the quality of the woods, the design. It's a single cut but has a maple neck, the ebony fretboard, the big access cutaway and the 24 frets. There's nothing in my country that actually has those sort of features, or if they do, it's a lot more, 3 times or 4 times the price. For £350, it's a crazy price, and there's no competition, at least in my country. There's nothing that comes anywhere near close for buying a first-hand guitar, and ultimately that's one of the main reasons why I bought it. It was just so cost-effective. Now I purchased my ML2 from Anderton's in the UK, and at the moment that's the only way you can get them, through this Anderton's music store. And you basically go through the website, then you pay for the guitar you can do it through credit card or PayPal or anything like that, and then you put in your shipping address, and they pretty much ship to any country in the world. They're really good with that. It only took 5 days to get here, which is ridiculous, and it came on the 5th day in the afternoon, and all the packing was great, and it was handed really easily through Anderton's. Now as far as durability is concerned, look, it's as soon as you pick it up, it's got that big sort of mahogany weight to it. You think, man, it's solid. If I wanted to, if I held it the other way, I could maybe bludgeon someone to death. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty solid in that regard. I can't think of any sort of big durability issues that would happen with it, really. I mean, as long as you get a decent hard case or a good sort of thick gig bag, that's going to protect it, then you're going to be absolutely fine. Really, if you take good care of this instrument, I can't see it having any durability issues. And like I said, that's if you're carrying it around in a case. If you're strapping it around to your body and you're walking around town, obviously something's going to happen. You're going to hit someone over the head with it or something like that. Really, as far as I can see, it's not going to have that many durability issues. It's just going to be like any other guitar. Okay, now we're going to talk about the overall sound. I guess that, the main reason people buy a guitar is for the sound, yeah? So we're going to talk about the different sounds you can get with these 2 humbuckers, the 3-way selector switch, the 2 volumes, and the 1 tone there at the bottom. And if you watch this video, which explains all about Rob's different company and his beliefs of his guitars, you'll know that he basically wants the guitar to be a blank canvas. So he wants the best possible quality woods. Everything going into the hardware, and then with the electronics, they're cheap manufactured pickups and electronics, and then you switch them out to all those different sort of aftermarket pickup companies. But look, I was actually really surprised. The humbuckers are great. It's actually the same humbucker in both positions, and it's really warm and creamy in the neck position, and then it's it sounds huge for leads and everything in the bridge position. But what sort of surprised me is if you're doing the middle position, which is both humbuckers together, if you wind down a little bit of the neck humbucker, you actually get this really sparkling, huge, clean sound. So I'll show you some clips now of some clean, and then some clean with different effects, just to see how the effects blend in with the clean sound, then sort of some clean melodies, then some clean melodies but played quite quickly, just so you can see how rounded each note is, sort of blues and jazz progressions, and then sort of rock and sort of metal. So I'll just do all these bunches of little clips just to give you an idea of what the different tones you can get. But the biggest surprise to me came from, because of the mixture of the string through and the maple neck and the ebony fingerboard, it's actually a lot brighter than you think. I've played a lot of single cut mahogany guitars and they can be quite muddy, but even just with the stock pickups, it's still very, very warm, but not muddy or flabby. Like, it still has a lot of sort of upper top end. It's really interesting. It's definitely not what I was expecting when I plugged in. So really I was quite surprised. The sound overall is, although it's warm and has that big sort of mahogany sound, it still really, really cuts through thanks to the maple neck. three biggest things with the ML2 for me are the price, the sound, and the features. But right up there is, it's a very close third, is the customer support. To be a large enough company worldwide to be shipping guitars everywhere, but still have that sort of driven customer support where it feels like you're one-on-one and you're dealing with like a custom luthier or something like that. Like there's a big sort of forum about Chapman guitars, and you can discuss anything and everything about them, and everyone's really helpful. And the biggest thing is the owner of the company, Rob, he actually comes on and he's always talking and helping with people's inquiries and stuff like that. And as each guitar gets sort of voted for and comes out every now and again, there's always discussions and big threads on them, but it's very, very helpful to have like a customer support base, running through this forum. So I couldn't speak any highly of it. It's brilliant. If it was just sort of a quick question you had about the ML2 or any other sort of Chapman guitar, even if you're thinking about purchasing one but you weren't sure whether it was right for you, I'd just go into the forum and ask. There's so many helpful dudes on there. Or, if it's something about you've already purchased a guitar and you're having issues with it, or it didn't come with something, or whatever, then you go through Andertons. But Andertons get back, like, I've sent them a few emails and they've got back to me within 24 hours, so they're normally very, very good. Now we're talking about the action, fit, and finish of the guitar. And now I'm going to talk about, since it flew into me from England, I'm going to talk about what it was like when I picked it up and opened the box, yeah? And straight out of the factory, it played well. Like, I just tuned it up and everything was going well. Now, if you're getting a new guitar, any new guitar, the first thing I would do really is take it to a luthier and get it set up exactly the way you want it to set up. String height, tension, everything like that. And so as soon as I got mine, that's what I did, and then it plays beautifully. That's not saying it didn't play great out of the box, but now it's suited to what I want. The action coming straight from Andertons was great. Look, if I didn't want it a little bit lower, it'd still be able to play and it'd be absolutely fine. The finish of the guitar, it's great. It's done, as you can see. I'll show you some clips in the sun because it comes out a little bit better. But the finish is a nice golden sort of a wax finish, and it's satin, and it's very, very smooth to feel and touch. And the neck is done in the same sort of a satin feel, so it doesn't get sticky, if you've got sweaty hands or anything like that. Very clean and fast to run. The thing that I'm most happy with the action, fit, and finish is just the time that they've put in to match the 2 bits of mahogany for the top. Like, it's just brilliant. I've seen quite a few ML2s so far, and they all seem to be up to this high quality standard. So that's definitely my favorite thing about the action, fit, and finish. I've come to the overall rating part of the guitar, okay? Now really, price-wise, competition just doesn't exist where I live. Like, have a bit of a search if you can find something that's, has all these features and is this good quality, let me know, because I certainly haven't heard about it before. The fact that so much time has been put in to matching the woods and getting good quality, thick mahogany and everything like that is brilliant. And then you've got, on top of that, the great customer support from both Andertons, and then there's a whole forum of people out there that you can ask questions or inquire about anything Chapman guitar related. They're very, very, very helpful people. And so look, we've come to an overall rating, and really I don't think any product I ever owned will get 100% rating, but this, it comes damn close. This, I'd say maybe it's right up there out of 5, maybe 4.8, 4.9. This is right up there out of 5. I'd say 4.9. It really is just that good for the price ratio. Like, just nothing comes anywhere near as good in terms of quality and playability for me. The only reason it doesn't get a perfect score, and this is just nitpicking, it's probably going to start a flame war, is the fact that it didn't come with a tiny screwdriver for adjusting the intonation. That's it. That's my only tiny gripe. And for whatever reason why it didn't come with one, I'm not sure about. But that's the only fault I could put on this otherwise stunning instrument. If you're curious at all, or you have questions to ask, just leave a comment below. There's only a few of these left in the world, so if you're interested at all, definitely send Andertons an email and put a deposit on one, just so they don't go walking out the door. Okay, talk to you all later. Bye.